Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. In this video, I am going to be doing, as you can see in the title, recreating a Lisa Eldridge makeup look. I chose to go with the no makeup cat eye because I thought it was a really fun little, interesting take on how to, use your eye shape to your benefit and that sort of thing. So I've already primed my eyes. I'm going to start, I'm actually going to import this video, which is why I'm off to the side. But yeah, so I today am using the Manny MUA Lunar Beauty, Life is a Drag palette. And this is what it looks like in here, because you do need some natural browns that are close to your eye shade or the shadow that your eyes create. And so these four right here are I think what I need to do perfectly. So I'm going to use this palette. I've only used this palette honestly a couple times, which is a shame because I do like the formula and I do like the eyeshadow colors. I don't know, I have other colorful palettes that I just kind of reach for out of habit, but this is a gorgeous palette. I love the way the eyeshadows play with each other. So yeah, basically if you want to watch me recreate a Lisa Eldridge no makeup cat eye, then keep watching. Okay, so I've already primed my eyelids. I don't know how exactly I'm going to do this as far as pausing and cutting and that sort of thing. So ooh, that was loud. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I'll try and work it out. So yeah, hopefully you'll hear her and not me. And then when I cut out, you'll be able to hear, I'll be able to sync it up properly. So just bear with me, teething. What do you call it? I'm teething, so I'm not really teething, but I'm cutting my teeth. There we go. Cutting my teeth with this video. So, all right, let's get started.
Hi everyone. Today I'm going to do a no makeup cat eye look. So who doesn't admire cat eyes, the beautiful almond shape? And we all know that makeup can help us recreate that shape, sort of cheat that shape. But sometimes you just don't want to wear the heavy liner, maybe the black liquid liner and the lashes and all the sculpting and shading that really, as much as I love that look, the real full-on heavy cat eye, sometimes if you're not in the mood for wearing a lot of makeup, then you still want to achieve that look, so you still want to get that lifted eye and that almondy shape, but with a lot less makeup. So using Ted as our inspiration, if you'll just look at the camera, he's not in the mood. So I'm going to start the tutorial with a little bit of foundation and concealer on in a no makeup style. So I can link to my old video if you want to see how to do that. So I'm going to start by using a base all over my eyes. This is a tinted primer.
Okay, so for my eyes, I am using the MAC oh my god, the MAC Paint Pot in the color Painterly. That's my go-to. I have it in soft ochre, but I feel like this is really, really close to my skin tone, and it cancels out any redness and purple from my eyelids. So I really dig this as an eyelid primer.
Could use a MAC Paint Pot, or you could just use an eyeshadow which is a similar color to your eyelids, your natural eyelids. It's just to even out and take out any redness or any darkness where you don't want it to be. So now I'm going to add the actual shadow. So I'm going to use a selection of shades, and this will depend on your skin tone, but what I'm looking...
Okay, so you can see from those that you can see from the ones that she's showing that the ones that I'm using are pretty close to my skin tone. So yeah, I haven't done, my face is going through it at the moment. I just finished my period and my skin is just being a real bitch about it. So anyway, continue with the video.
For our shades which replicate natural shadow on your skin, and ideally they should probably be matte or very low level shimmer, because you're cheating shape rather than decorating your eyelids, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start with the mid-toned taupey brown shade, which to me is quite a cool toned brown, which would just mimic this natural shadow that I have anyway on my...
Okay, so the first color I'm going to go in with is Hunty, which is this cool toned brown shade here. And I'm just going to follow along with her now. And I'm using my E2 from ColourPop because she looks like she's using a big floofy brush, so I figured I'd use a big floofy brush too. So let's continue.
Socket line. Now what I want to do with this is, rather than trace my socket line around, which will give a rounder shape eye, especially if I trace it all the way to the end here, which your socket line finishes at the bottom end of your brow bone. So it's right down here on your occipital bone, right in the corner. So you are going to get that rounder shape. And if you do have a deep set eye, so a deep socket line, and you do this, then your eyes are going to look more deep set. So what we're going to do is, using a small amount of shading, feel where the bone is. So the highest point of the brow bone, which you can feel, and this works with hooded eyes as well. So even though, you know, you could have droopy eyelids, you can still find that bone, the high point. And then what I'm going to do here, and this is the kind of key to the whole thing, is highlight that bit there where the highest point of the bone is, but not follow it down. I'm going to skim the bottom of my brow bone and sweep up. So I'm taking it, tracing where that brow bone is at its highest point, and then gliding up from there. So I'm not following the brow, this sort of natural crease down. So I'm just skimming the edge of my brow bone. Then you can start to add a little bit more in this new shape that you've created so softly. But where you've created this sweeping up, you can add a tiny bit more shading there now, just to sort of fill in your shape, your new shape. And if you sweep up when it goes beyond your brow, don't worry, because there's so little on the brush that it'll just give a suggestion of contour rather than a brown smudge. So the key is really very little on the brush. And relax your brows as well, especially if you're hooded. If you apply it like that with your eyebrows up, or sort of like this, you don't really see. So just relax those eyebrows down, and then you can really see how that shape is starting to come together. And if you need to add any more, and you are looking for a shading effect, not an eyeshadow effect, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to use eye pens. So I'm going to use a dark brown shade, so it still feels sort of natural. At the inner corner, come underneath the lash line and just go. You can do top and bottom here. It just needs to, this is going to help to emphasize the lowest point of your eye, so that when we emphasize the outer point, we have this shape.
Okay, so for that eyeliner, I'm using Stubborn Brown from MAC, and I'm just going to line the inside of my eye, which I've kind of gone out into my, oh shit, okay, so I think that's sufficiently done. God, my skin looks like shit on camera, but anyway, we're moving on. I'm just gonna do one eye, and then I'm gonna do the other eye off camera once I've figured out how to do this. Oh god, this hurts so bad. Urgh. Okay, moving on.
So a tiny bit there, you don't need a lot. If you're able to, I'm terrible at this, do underneath your lash line. I can do it on other people, but I hate doing it on myself. Woo. Till you get to just past the center of the eye. So you're just filling in, nearly crying, underneath your lash line. Then, looking straight ahead, we want to start from about here. So it's the final third of the lash line. And here we're going to switch to above. So we've been going underneath the lash line. This is a really soft pencil, which is good because I don't really want a pencil line. Again, I want to create this shadowy effect. So I'm going to trace along. Before I get to the end there, I'm just going to sweep up and pull out your eye if you need to here. Just like that. And then you can use a brush to soften this. So if you use a nice soft pencil, this is one which sets, it's a Marc Jacobs one, it sets, so it's nice because it lasts, but you do have to blend it quickly before it sets. Or you can just use something like a kohl pencil, which is really smudgy. Kohl pencils are great if you just want a kind of nice, messy, smudgy line. It looks very natural. I'm just going to blend that into the center of the eye where it's going to meet the pencil that's underneath. So at no point should there be it's more of a suggestion of a shape rather than makeup, this. Then underneath I'm going to do 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. Just at the very outer corner, and just very softly push those into the lash lines, into the lash root, sorry. And then you can use the original shade that we used to create our shadow. You don't want to blend this too far down, it just needs to be in the roots of the lashes. I might have to touch up my concealer actually, I did some concealer. And then from there, just sweep up. Really work it in. I know this looks like I'm aggressively working it in, but you do need to kind of really blend, particularly if it's a long wearing pencil like this. If you look ahead and you feel like you've gone below the sort of sweeping up line, so going from underneath up, just take a Q-tip with whatever remover you usually use, start underneath and just clean up and sweep. It'll give you a nice clean line underneath, which is really important. Otherwise, I'll show you, you can just put some light, slightly lighter concealer underneath, which again will really lift. Just putting on the volume, Ted's doing a talk. Ted's been doing a lot of styling recently, bringing me all manner of outfits, accessories to wear. So I wonder what this one is. This could be, sounds quite dramatic, this one. I'm gonna go and check. Okay, so I've mapped out my basic shape now, so I'm starting to get this feeling of having this, my eyes looking very almond shaped. So we're emphasizing this inner corner, and we're starting to get this elongated, cattish shape without looking like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. Next, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. We do want to really focus on these.
I don't curl my eyelashes. My eyelashes tend to have a really nice curl to them anyway, so I'm just going to skip through this part. But the shape looks really pretty on camera. You know, I'm gonna do the other eye real quick because she's already done the other eye. I am gonna put on foundation and concealer and all that jazz, but that's gonna come later, and I'm gonna skip past that because that's not what this video is. So I don't think that I need to put. Wow, this looks really good on camera. Holy shit, I thought this was going to be a lot harder, to be perfectly honest, because I watched the video and I'm like, Jesus, that's a lot of steps. I even told Evelina that when I was watching the video before, because she was like, you really should try and do a Lisa Eldridge look, because she does this beautiful, like, no makeup, and she looks fucking flawless every time. She's gorgeous. She's like one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And she has this persona is very, open and and very welcoming to people. Like if you tag her in a tweet or something like that, like she'll retweet you or she'll comment back. Like she seems like a really genuinely nice person. So yeah, I have been hesitating to do this just because she is so fucking iconic, and is so well known, and I didn't want to cock it up. But I am rather pleased with the way that this has come out. It looks amazing on camera, like amazing on camera. I think I've kind of bollocksed this eye up a little. Actually, no, I haven't. I bollocksed this eye up a little bit. So I'm just going to fix that. I'm just going to put a little more eyeliner. And I'm just going to smudge a little more and bring it up like Lisa did in her video. And I think that's where I'm kind of taking a little bit of a liberty, is I'm kind of bringing this in a little bit more this way. It's hard because I can't look at the camera and see my screen, so I can't see what it looks like, you know, on camera straight on. And my mirror itself sits pretty low. So I think, wow, I'm pleasantly impressed with myself. All right. I might go in with the color Cake Face, which is the all white. And I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put that on my brow bone just to give me a little bit of more of a skin-like finish there. And I'm going in so super lightly with these. These shadows are really pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot. And even with putting Hunty on, I just dipped in and I tapped off the excess. Wow. I'm happy about this. This looks good. Also, I have cut, I need to do my eyeshadow. I need to do my mascara. And I'm using my L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which I think is pretty much bit the dust. But what she does is she focuses on the outer corner, like really focusing. And I'm going to do a couple layers on the outer corner. But I mean, just check out how that looks. Like, that looks pretty damn cool. Alright, let's see what else is going on here. Does she put any... Oh, she put just like the sparingly little hint of mascara on her lower lash line, I think, if I remember correctly. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And I'm doing just the lightest coating. Literally just kissing them with the brush. And now I'm going to put on another coat. Okay. So, oh wow. This eye looks really good on camera. I can't see the other one very well, which is pissing me off, but I think they both look really, really good. Like, I think I've done an okay job at sorting this out. Like, they're lifted, they're very almond shaped. I mean, I think I have almond shaped eyes anyway, but yeah, pretty, very pretty. All right, let's see what else is going on. Okay, now she's gone into doing contour and stuff like that. I don't have my face makeup done. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put on my face of makeup rather than watching her other tutorial. I'll do that in another video. It would be perfect for me to do it right now simply because I've got some things happening. Like, this right here is just, oh my god, it hurts so bad. I thought I had a blackhead and I tried to pop it, and it's just like this whole area is so inflamed and sore, and like I'm actually like hesitant to put any makeup on it, to be perfectly honest, but for the sake of the video, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, and I think today is one of those days. Actually, in all honesty, I'm probably just gonna go play Horizon Zero Dawn. My husband and I had this appointment in Sydney for my workers' compensation claim. That went really well, actually. I'll just talk about that real quick. And so we had to go to Sydney. It was a day trip, and it's been a week. It's been exactly a week since we were in Sydney, and today is Wednesday, which is the first day that I have felt like a human since we came back from Sydney. We were even supposed to go over to my in-laws on last Saturday, but I couldn't get out of bed. And so that's why I tell you guys to turn on your notifications, because unfortunately, because of my chronic pain disorder and that sort of thing, I find it really difficult to kind of stick to a schedule because I don't know how I'm going to feel from day to day. And so that's why I say, turn on the notification bells, and you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. I try and do at least a video a week. Sometimes I manage to do like 2 or 3, and then I've kind of got something to bank up and edit and whatnot. But the editing also like kills me. Sometimes I have to take my laptop into my bedroom and edit in there because my back is being a bitch. You know what? I legit am going to try the ColourPop foundation. I think I got a shade that's like way too light, like even maybe not, but yeah, it's I hated this foundation, but I kind of want to use it so that I haven't wasted my money. So I'm going to put that on the back of my hand. The pump on it's broken. That's awesome. Ooh, that is very light. It is very, very light. I'm pumping it on the back of my hand and this is a technique that I'm picking up from Robert Welsh. He just puts it on the back of his hand, and that way he uses heaps less. Oh my god, this is so pale. But I am a pale beach, so, I can't fight the fact that I am a pale woman. I used to be so tan when I was little, but then again, I also stayed outside like all the time. But I properly was a tan baby. I'm using a lot less makeup, which is awesome for my pocket. I'm not putting excess coverage anywhere that I don't need it, but see, like, you can still see that peeking through. So I might just put the tiniest bit more on in that area. Oh, fuck, that hurts so bad. Even just barely touching it hurts really bad. But my cheeks are my problem zones. I've got really large pores, and yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice. And also, I have a confession to make. Because I've been in bed suffering in silence, I'm sure my husband would laugh if I said that. Because I've been in bed, I've been watching a lot of Netflix, and they've got Pitch Perfect on there, and I shit you not, I've watched it every day, at least once a day, for like a week. And so I've got titanium like running through my head constantly, and it's really annoying. I haven't seen the other 2 movies. I want to, but they're not on Netflix, so I can't watch them until they come out. I thought they were there, like genuinely thought they were there. Went looking for them because I wanted to see what else was happening, and he's no there. So I'm putting on the tiniest bit of concealer. That's my ColourPop No Filter concealer. I'm just putting it in my problem areas and using it to also help shape that outer corner. And you see how little I'm using? Like, Robert Welsh has changed my concealer game. Like, I'm using such a small amount. I honestly feel like if I didn't set my face, I could get away with not setting my under eyes. Like, legit. I am going to set my face now. I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So yeah, I've got Since You've Been Gone playing through my head and Titanium going through my head. And I even sang in the shower today. Like, that's legit how much those songs are just in my head. And I sounded amazing. The acoustics in my bathroom were phenomenal. But the movie's funny. I think the movie's really funny. Well, you know what? I take that back. I think there were a couple of times where, like, I lulled. But, like, if I'm perfectly honest, it's not the greatest movie. It doesn't have the best, like, storyline to it or anything like that. I simply watch it because I love music and I love singing, and I wish I was a better singer, but I unfortunately am not. My mom, she has a phenomenal voice. She used to sing all the time. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I inherited that good voice. My grandmother also had a really good voice growing up. Yeah. So music has actually been a huge part of my life. And I know this is a complete 180 from what this video was supposed to be. I figured I'd talk to you. It fucking hurts. So she went on to doing contours. So I'm up to that stage right. Oh, what the hell? I'm up to that stage right now.
I'm going to do a little bit of shading on my face. So I'm using, this is a contour powder, like a bronzing powder. Again, not too much shimmer, and this is quite a cool toned, it's more about a shade colour rather than adding bronziness or tan to the face.
Okay, I need to use my contour palette for this because that's not a bronzer that she's using. So I'm going to go into my Estrella's A contour palette, but it says AC on tour, so like Estrella's Cosmetics on tour kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going to use this, I'm going to use this shade down on the end. And I'm going to take a small dual fiber brush. I'm going to dip into that. It's not quite cool toned, but yeah, let's go back to the video.
I'm going to do a little bit of shading on my face. So I'm using, this is a contour powder, like a bronzing powder. Again, not too much shimmer. And this is quite a cool toned, it's more about a shade colour rather than adding bronziness or tan to the face. So I'm just starting at the outer edge there. That's where I want most of the shade to be. And then just coming forward. Also going to do here. And you remember we had this sweeping up a little bit here. We're just going to emphasize that now with the same colour. So where we had our edge of our shading, I'm going to just bring that up. And this is all very, very subtle, so I hope it all picks up, or I hope it doesn't pick up too much, because in real life it's just very subtle shading. Likewise the other side. So just bringing up my cat eye shape, starting by my ear, and you can feel where your cheekbone is, the top part of it, a bit like here. We're just skimming those bones, keeping the majority of the concentration of the colour right back there, and as it comes forward there's hardly anything left on the brush, so it's really natural. And this will just emphasise that shape as well, because we're bringing everything really up. Everything's sweeping up. We've got the eye shape, the shading around the lashes here. Got that cattish look going on, although we're using very, 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 very minimal makeup. And even with my blush, I'm going to use this beautiful pink shade, which is called Mickey Pink. And this has a little bit of gold shimmer in, which I'm going to use very sparingly. But I'm not going to do it here because it's going to create less of that elongated feline look. I'm just going to put a touch of colour almost there, just on the top of the cheekbones. So bringing colour into the face and life into the face, but keeping everything really about this elongated shape. Right, I'm going to go back to the eyes now. So the lashes have sort of settled in. Now I feel like it looks dark on here, which in real life it doesn't. It looks a little darker. Maybe it's the exposure of my phone. I have got a new phone, just haven't set it up yet, but that should help going forward. I've updated my phone finally. I did want to update it and film on the new one today, but for some reason I couldn't get it to work, so hopefully this is okay. But yeah, I can see it's looking a little darker on the screen. So I definitely feel very feline now in the shape of my eyes. I feel like on this eye, which is slightly more almost folded on me, I'm going to go back in with my shading colour, which is the mid-tone colour, just on the edge of the point, and I'm going to go in there. I think that's it, just where I was skimming my bone. I feel like that's worn off. Oh, there we go, that's it. So it's a no makeup look, so I'm going to do a very natural lip. Start by using a pencil. I'm going to do a little shading around the outside, just buffing and patting. My usual under the lip, so You've probably seen me do this before. There's my lip, and I go under here. But it is a no makeup look, so I don't want to make it look obvious. I'm going to blend that in. Then before I do any more penciling, that's my basic shape. I'm going to use this satin lipstick. Hardly any. Kind of natural toned one. And then using a clean eye brush, just going to blend everything now. Everything's settled in. Had time to become almost seamlessly in synergy with my eyelids and my skin. Just going to go over and buff everything. So we can't see where one thing ends and the next thing starts. It's just seamless. Oops. Gonna give my lashes a little pinch. If you apply lashes and you feel like they haven't become in synergy with your own, just give them a pinch and it works a treat.
Okay, so now in the video, she goes on to talk about her cat, Ted, which is super duper cute. So I feel like I look a little more made up than was intended, but I think that's because I have put on the foundation and concealer and all that jazz. I think the eye look looks really good. I'm quite pleased with the eye look. I've looked very pale, so I am going to bronze my face. I definitely think I need it. So I'm using the NARS bronzer in the color Casino. I literally use this in every single one of my videos, but this foundation is so freaking pale that I look ghostly on camera. So yeah, just gonna use this to bronze up the skin a bit. Bring some life back into it, not look so Crypt Keeper-esque. Bringing it across the bridge of my nose and just kind of sweeping into my cheekbones. Just kind of doing like a little W on my face. And then I'm going to use this to frame my face on my forehead. And I'm pushing it into my hairline as well. Oh, there. I look alive. Yay. All right. Sufficiently bronzed and beautiful. The lips I'm going to keep pretty matte and satiny. I am going to do a little bit of eyebrow work. So I'm going to use my ABH brow definer. And I'm literally using the tiniest amount just to fill in little holes where I have bald patches from years of over tweezing and just being really brutal. So I don't want to bring this down too far because I don't want it to pull my eye down where I've worked really hard to lift it up. So as you can see, super light application. And I find that brushing through and brushing your eyebrow hairs up, one will show you exactly where you have little bald patches, but shows you where to put the product. So, and then if you brush it through, then it kind of dissipates a bit. All right, so that's it. That's the end of the video. It took me 45 minutes to film, but that's because I did my face makeup and all that jazz. Now, please don't come for me. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. I love this look, but don't get me wrong, I love this look. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the video in video or not. I'm going to try really fucking hard, and hopefully it works out for the best. But anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video, and I will see you soon. Bye!